Hello everyone. So today we are going to start a new chapter and you can see the name of the chapter. It is decimal fraction. This is a chapter you have already read in your lower classes, but still we'll read them all again. So the first thing about decimal fraction you should know is the name decimal fraction. It's called fraction. Why? You see, if the number can be represented in the form of, say, 35 by 10, 46 by 100. Now, what do you see here? What do you see here? In all this, the denominator is either 10 or a power of 10. That is 10, 100, 1000. Now, when the numbers have a denominator, 10, 100,000, that fraction gets a special name, that is a decimal fraction. Now why decimal fraction? Because these type of fractions can be written in a different way. What is that different way? You can replace this denominator with a dot, that is known as decimal point. So when a fraction can be represented with these dots, so you can see the 10, 100,000 has been replaced by a dot that is known as a decimal point. We call it as a decimal point. Because of this decimal point, this chapter is known as decimal fraction. Now in this decimal fraction has two parts. The number before the decimal point is known as the integral part. And the number after the decimal point is known as decimal part. So I hope you are understanding this. Number before the decimal point. So here the integral part is 0 and the decimal part is 4, 6. Here the integral part is 3 and the decimal part is 5. And this can also be written as, say, if I say 2 plus 0.919. So this is our integral part and this is our decimal part. I hope you could understand this. Let's go ahead about talking about decimal places. Now in the example you can see here, there are, let me go for some different examples. So next we will be talking about what are decimal places. As you can see here, decimal places are number of digits after the decimal point. So you are going to look at the decimal fraction and find out how many digits are there after the decimal point. So here as you can see 1, 2, 3. So how many decimal places? 3 decimal places. Here if you see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 decimal places. Here if you see 1 decimal place. So after the decimal point, we are not bothered about the number before the decimal point. That is, the integral part is not to be considered. Only the decimal part. In the decimal part, as many number of digits, that many decimal places. Say for example, I say for 28.517, we have 3 decimal places. Say for 3.4, we have 1 decimal place. For 7, now let me take this example. 901.4827, we have 4 decimal places. So, I hope you could understand what is decimal places. One more important thing to remember, children, is the decimal part is never called with the place values. They are called as individual digits. Say for example, when I call 28 means this is in the tens place, so I said 28.517. Something important about decimal fraction is how do you read out the decimal fractions. For the integral part, you use the place values. Like here I said 28. Here I said 901. So I use the place values. But in the decimal places, you read them as digits. 517. You say it as 4827. Do not call this number as 4827. That will be wrong. You should call it as 901.4827. This is how we read a decimal fraction. Let us go to the next part of decimal fraction. Now let us talk about like and unlike decimal numbers. Decimal numbers with same number of decimal places. So if the decimal places are same, then it is called a like decimal number. And if the decimal places are different, then they are called unlike decimal numbers. So for example, I have taken over here, you can see in each case the decimal number is same. All the decimal places here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can see each and every example has 3 decimal places. So because the decimal place is same, they are known as like decimals. Here you can see the example. The decimal place is 3 here, the decimal place is 1 here, the decimal place is 4 here. So because the decimal places are different, it is called an unlike decimal number. So the whole number part, children, is not to be considered. You don't need to take account of what is the whole number part. Say here it was till the 10th place. Here was only the 1's place. Here till 300's place. So this does not decide like or unlike. The like and unlike is decided by the decimal places. I hope you could understand what is like and unlike decimal. Let us go next about. Now just like in fractions you converted unlike fraction into like fraction, in decimal number also the unlike decimals can very easily be converted to like decimal numbers. So in fractions though the method was very lengthy, here the method is really very simple. Let us see what it is. You can see these all are unlike decimal numbers. So what you do is look at the maximum decimal places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the maximum decimal places. So what you will do is you add a 0 to make it 4 decimal place. Here 3.4, 1, 2, 3. Now it is 4 decimal place and this remains 1.3649. So now they are like decimal numbers. So now you see, to convert unlike decimal numbers to like decimal numbers, the only thing you have to do is see the maximum number of decimal place. Which number has the maximum decimal place? That many zeros to be put to make all the unlike decimals to like. Here like 1 digit was less, so I added 1 0. Here 3 were less, so 3 zeros. So this way we converted the unlike decimals to like decimals. Now the question arises, is it okay to add zeros? Is it not changing the number? 3.4 and 3.400, are they same? Yes, they are same. So in a decimal place, if you add zeros on the right hand side, this way or this way, does not change the decimal number. Just like in the whole number, if you add zeros over here, it does not change the whole number. 0028 means 28 itself. The same way 5170 or 3.400, this is equal to 3.4. 28.5170 and 28.517 are the same. So you can add zeros on the right hand side of a decimal number and the decimal number remains same. So that makes it so easy for you to convert an unlike decimal number into like decimal number. Denominators like 10, 100 and 1000. 10, 100, 1000, etc. These numbers can be written in the form of 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3. So that is why I told denominators with 10 and power of 10. So if the denominators are having 10 or power of 10, then to convert a fraction into decimal fraction it becomes easy. Say if you have 23 divided by 100. Now to convert this to decimals, what you have to see is how many zeros are there in the denominator. More number of as many number of zeros, that many jumps to the left. Now jumps to the left from where? The question arises, where do you jump from? So it's like from where the decimal point is. In 23, because it is a whole number, the decimal point is at the extreme right. Whenever you have a whole number, it means the decimal point is on the right and you can put as many zeros at the right hand side. That doesn't change the number. So 23 by 100, you can see the decimal point is over here and you have how many zeros? 2 zeros. So 2 zeros means 2 jump to the right. So the decimal point reaches here. So your answer will be 0.23. Let us see one more example. Say if you have 326 divided by 10,000. Now here again 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros are there. So you have 4 zeros. So you will have to jump 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there is no number in front of 3, but you have to jump over that. So where to go? Now in a whole number, you can add as many zeros as you want. So here also we can add 2 zeros over here. So you get 0.0326. I hope you are understanding. Let us see what if there is already a decimal point. Say 4.5 divided by 10. Now here you already have a decimal point. So that makes your work easier, isn't it? You have to simply jump to the left. So you get 0.45. This is how you do when the denominators are 10, 100, 1000. So you only have to jump towards the left. How many jumps? As many number of zeros in the denominator, that many jumps. Hope you are understanding it. Now, talking about some different type of numbers, like if you have a number say 3 by 4. Now in this case, you do not have a denominator 10, 100, 1000. But numbers of this kind also can be converted to decimal by converting this 3 by 4 into a like fraction of denominator 10, 100, 1000. That means you have to think of a number, or you have to find out a number which on multiplying with 4 gives you a answer as 10, 100, 1000, whatever. So something of to the power 10. So now we know that if you multiply 25 to 4, you get an answer as 100. 25 fours are 100. So now to keep it a like fraction, you will have to multiply 25 to the numerator also. So 3 into 25 you do. So you get 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6 and 7. So 25 3s are 75. Now 75 by 100 you have a denominator of 100, 2 zeros, so 2 jumps to the left, you get 0.75. So see children, we could easily convert 3 by 4 into decimal 0.75. Well, now some of you may say, ma'am, how do I know that 4 into 25, if you change the number, how will I find out? So then you will have to wait till I teach you decimal division. There you will be easily able to do this answer without thinking about this. For now, you can think about tables till 25 should not be difficult for class 6. Okay. So well, let us think about a way so that you don't have to divide even and you find out a number of 100,000. You can do is go for dividing 100 by 4 and see if you are getting remainder 0, or divide 1000 by 4 and see if you are getting remainder 0. That is the way you can find out this answer. Is that okay? Let me do one more number for you. Say if you have 6 by 8. Now in this case, if you see, this 6 by 8 is not in its lowest term. So why don't you convert it to lowest term so that it makes your work easy. So if I cancel it out, 2 3s are 2 4s are. So I got 3 by 4. Now we had solved 3 by 4 and converted it into decimals. So you can do the same way. So because you reduced it to the lowest term, this made your work easy. Next, say if you have a number 73 by 125. Here again you need to find out what can be multiplied to 125 to get something of 10 to the power. (125) into 8 gives us 1000. So multiply 8 to the numerator also. So you get 584 by 1000. So our answer will be 0.584. I hope you all are understanding this, children. So this is how you convert fraction into decimal fraction. Now how to convert decimal fraction into fraction? Say if you are given a number like 0.42 and you have to convert this to fraction. The reverse process. There you were putting a decimal point in the numerator. Here you have to make a denominator. Now how do I know what in the denominator? Whatever is the number on the top, write that as the numerator. 042, 0 has no value, so I simply wrote 42. Now, denominator should have 1 and how many zeros? As many number of decimal places. Here 2 decimal places, so 2 0. So the number of decimal places will tell you how many zeros to be put in the denominator. So we got our answer 42 by 100. But 42 by 100 is not in the lowest term. You have been told to convert it to fraction, means you should always give the answer in the lowest term. So you need to go for cancellation again. So you go to cancel it out. 2 2s are 2 1s are 2 5 and 0. 21 and 50 do not have any other common factor. So our answer is 21 by 50. This is our answer. So this is how you convert fraction in decimals into fraction. Let us do one more example to understand better. Now say if you have Say if you have 3.25 and convert it into fractions. Now 3.25, as I said, what to write in the numerator? In the numerator, you will write the number whatever is given in the decimal without the decimal point. So here we have 325. So we did not write the decimal point, we simply wrote all other numbers without the decimal point. Now 1 and how many zeros? Number of decimal place will tell you the number of zeros. So you will not count the 3. After the decimal point, how many digits are there? That will be your decimal places are there. That many zeros. So 2 decimal places, 2 zeros. Now say if there was a 0 over here. You would have written a 0 here and you would have written a 0 here. Because 3 decimal place, so you will write 3 zeros. Now if you go for cancellation, you will see this 0 and this 0 gets cancelled. So many a time, if the question is given say 3.250, some children they directly go to write 325 by 100. So this is not wrong, because zeros in the decimal places at the right, extreme right, don't have to be written or can be written. That's not going to change the value. As you can see, it got cancelled. So if you write, if you don't write, both are okay. Because even if you write and when you go to convert it to lowest term, you will be cancelling it out. So here this is not in the lowest term. So we need to convert it to the lowest term. 5, 6 are 35 and 5, 5 are 25, 5, 2 and 0. Further you cancel it out. 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 20. So we got 13 by 4. Now again, because you have got it into improper fraction, you will have to convert it to mixed. So your answer will be 3 1 by 4. This is your answer. I hope you all are understanding this. So children, with this we come to an end of whatever we had to learn for this session. You will be learning more about decimals, that is operations of decimals, how to add, how to subtract, how to divide, how to multiply in the next part of this video. Till then, practice all that you learned today and get ready for the next part.